Alright people, let's talk about legs on theropods and their feet. Is this a theropod? No, but it is a tetrapod. It's got a pelvis. Look at those sloppy ankles. Big old crocodile. What do we got here? Deinosuchus. Oh, he's got a pelvis. He's got a nice flange on his femur. Makes him an archosaur. Sloppy ankles though. Alright, we got an ostrich. Now that, my friends, is a dinosaur. Let's explore. Now we're going to be taking a look in this video at femurs and shin bones and foot bones. Let's consider an ostrich. These are two femur bones of an ostrich. The femur swings back and forth. How does it do that? Well, it does that because it's got a head on the femur that fits really nicely into the pelvis on each side. This is me trying to imitate how they would move in a typical dinosaur, and then ostriches are pretty derived, so their femurs are actually pumping up and down like pistons. Here we go. If you think about it sort of like an oil driller, you know, one of those little nodding donkeys. The femur is up high here, and the shin bone, that tibia. Now, if we look at the Ornithomimus, the femur and tibia on the Ornithomimus are actually about the same length. It's foreshortened here because we're looking from the top. Here I'm going to point out that head on the femur that is going to point directly into the hole in the hip socket, and this allows for that smooth, sweeping back and forth motion on the leg. Let's go to the back. Now that is where that muscle attaches to the tail, but it's not quite as dramatic as it was on the Deinosuchus, the really big croc we saw earlier. If we look at this animal again from the front, and we can compare to the bones of an ostrich. Now an ostrich has a shortened wide femur and a longer shin bone, the tibia, whereas on our Ornithomimus it has the less derived state where the femur and the tibia are about the same length. Now let's look at a dinosaur leg directly. Here is the femur. Femur, that head on top, going down the knee. Let's look at the shin. Tibia is the larger bone and the fibula is small. Now the foot. These classic theropod dinosaurs have a femur and tibia that is about the same length, and they are standing on fewer than 5 toes. Here is the femur, and the tibia is about the same length. The fibula is so reduced you almost don't see it, the ankle, and then the foot. The terror bird. Now we're looking at shorter femurs overall in this terror bird, which is a Cenozoic beastie. And here we go, femur, tibia, down to the ankle, down to the feet. Here we are on a THERAZINOSAUR, which is a slicing lizard. Here we are looking at that femur with that nice 90-degree top heading into that hip socket and shin bones and feet. Notice the reduced number of toes, which, if we think about one of our favorites, the UTAHRAPTOR has this wonderful claw. But the animal's weight is being held on 3 toes, which if we think about more derived theropod dinosaurs like birds, look how all the animal's weight is on those 3 toes. Now this is still foot, ankle, shin bone, femurs are in there somewhere. You are a Seriema. Hello. Bald eagle, the talons on a bald eagle, just the toes, my friend. And finally, theropod dinosaurs bring us the duck.